I found an old manuscript in my grandfather's attic 3 days ago. The pages were stiff with something dark, something that looked like dried blood. And now I understand why some stories should never be written down. The manuscript had no title, just a warning scrawled on the first page in shaking handwriting. Do not read aloud, do not finish the story, burn this before it's too late. But I didn't listen. I never listen. The story inside was about a writer named Thomas Crane who lived in 1847. He was obsessed with creating the perfect horror story, something so terrifying it would literally scare people to death. He spent years researching ancient folklore, interviewing dying patients about their final visions, even attending executions to witness true fear in human eyes. Then one night, Thomas claimed something visited him, an entity made of pure darkness that whispered a story into his mind. A story so horrifying, so fundamentally wrong that reality itself rejected it. But Thomas wrote it down anyway. Every single word, and as he wrote, his nose began to bleed. The blood dripped onto the pages, but he couldn't stop writing. When he finished the manuscript, Thomas read it aloud to test its power. His housekeeper found him the next morning, dead in his chair. His face frozen in an expression of absolute terror. His eyes had turned completely white. The manuscript was clutched in his hands, soaked in his blood. The manuscript should have been destroyed, but it wasn't. It passed from person to person, collector to collector. And everyone who read it completely, every single person, died within 7 days. Always the same way. Always with that look of pure horror frozen on their face. The creepypasta community discovered references to it in 2009. Someone posted about finding mentions of the Crane Manuscript in old newspaper archives. Deaths in 1847, 1893, 1921, 1967, and 2003. All linked to a bloodstained book. All unexplained. The post was deleted within hours, but screenshots spread everywhere. Here's what nobody tells you about cursed objects. They don't just kill you, they make you want to share them. I've read 43 pages of the 70-page manuscript, and I can feel it in my head now, whispering, telling me to keep reading, telling me to finish the story. My nose started bleeding this morning, just a trickle at first. Now it won't stop. The blood is dripping onto my keyboard as I type this, and the worst part, I want to keep reading. I need to know how it ends. I'm posting this as a warning. If you ever find a manuscript with brown stains on the pages, if you ever see the name Thomas Crane, if you ever come across a story that feels wrong in a way you can't explain, don't read it, don't even touch it. Because some stories aren't meant to be told. Some stories are alive, and they're hungry. I can hear whispering now, coming from the attic. The manuscript is calling me back. I have 27 pages left. Part of me knows I should burn it, but a bigger part of me needs to know the ending. If you're reading this, I'm probably already dead. And if you've made it this far, I'm sorry. Because now you're part of the story too.